Hey guys, this is Wolfie, and today we are going to do something just a tiny bit different. And before I do that, my dog decided to want to go outside the moment I started turning on my camera. So give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Jeez, the timing. So look at the camera. Look, I gotta go outside. There we go. Come back. Come back. World's strongest gamer. What's up, dude? What's up, Samuel? What is up? All right. Welcome to the stream. All right. Let's just chill, man. I'm gonna go ahead and start Googling some 49er stuff, some NFL stuff, and we'll find some conversation. In this stream, we're just chilling. We're just gonna talk. And I believe it or not, I did no notes with me right now. I didn't do any research at all. This is me. Literally, you're going to see my first reaction to all the news today in the NFL and anything that's going on with the 49ers. So that way we can kind of react together. It's possible you guys already heard the news of whatever is going on. So you guys may already have an opinion on something, but I thought I tried something a little bit different. It may come off as lazy, but I just kind of thought, like a lot of scripted stuff, we have subjects and things like that. And sometimes I miss comments that people have that I like to not miss. So I thought today would be kind of a good day to just okay, let's research and let's just talk about anything. So I kind of just want any of that, really. It's kind of a chill day. It might not be a very good saved video on YouTube, but for a live, I would just like to let's just hang out. Am I boring? If it's terrible, we'll never do it again. I promise. If it's great, we'll do it like once a week. Debo being doubtful. He's out 2 weeks. So he should be back within 2 to 3 weeks tops. People keep saying 2 weeks, but from what I heard, it's 3 weeks. Unless there's something new came out that I don't know about. Let me check. Yeah, I just missed a couple weeks due to injury. A couple weeks due to calf, so he's going to be gone a couple weeks. I'm not concerned personally. We have Jacob Cowing in the wing, who's been an outstanding wide receiver, 4th-round rookie we drafted. I believe 134th overall. Don't correct. I guess I can check. We drafted him 134th overall, I believe, and I think he's going to be a stud. I think he's going to be an absolute stud. He looks amazing. His route running from what I've heard, is fantastic. I've seen him in preseason, but then again, that's preseason. It's not really like scheme going on, but he looks really good. He looks electric. And if you guys really think about our team, it's very slow, if that makes. We're more. I can't remember who brought this up. I think it was Larry Krueger. But I don't think that we're more power than speed. And our only speed guy that we currently have right now that could start is Jacob Cowing. So we need to get him on the field. Y'all might start 1-3. No, I don't think so. I'm pretty confident we'll beat the Rams. If we don't beat the Rams, man, I'd be very shocked. Their team is absolutely decimated. That's a team we should actually beat. If we do not beat the Rams, I would actually be concerned. And the reason is because their team is decimated. They have so many injuries on the Rams. And if the Cardinals can do what they did to the Rams, the 49ers can't beat the Rams at the very least, that is a cause of concern, I think, because the Rams are so destroyed right now. Without Debo, CMC, Bosa all being banged up. Bosa's fine. Debo's out. CMC, sure. But people don't realize that Brock is still a good quarterback. I think he's elite. He's still good. Jordan Mason's a stud. Again, the Rams are decimated. I'm not concerned, man. I'm not like other people out there, content creators, freaking out just because we lost to the Minnesota Vikings. You know what I mean? But I will definitely say that for the cause of concern, if there is one to freak out about, it would be if we lose to the Rams. That would be bad. That would be bad. Losing the Vikings, no. I'm not freaking out about that. Rams versus Niners is an injury bowl. Yeah, I can see that. Sort of. I don't like saying that because it makes me feel like I'm giving excuses like that. Because I still think that the team, unlike the Rams and the injuries they have, like if we had the injuries that they have, like for example, okay, so if you want the equivalent of what the Rams are going through, if you use the 49ers roster, imagine if, okay, so Ayuk is playing a little bit rusty, but imagine he just wasn't there. Okay. Imagine Trent Williams just wasn't there. Okay. Imagine if Debo wasn't there. Okay. Imagine if, who is it that's on the D line? Imagine if Nick Bosa wasn't there when Aaron Donald left. Imagine if Charvarius Ward wasn't there. Their team is gone. Their team is gone. There's nothing there. If they beat the 49ers, that's a bad look. 110%. Like, I'm not trying to bash the Rams, and I'm not trying to say that they're bad, like, because I try to be a little more logical here. But the reality is their team is decimated, and if they lose, I don't think they should freak out or be mad about that. They're just, what is it? They're hurt by the circumstance. You know, outside of their control. They can't control that. And I would urge their fans that when it comes to injury, yeah, you can be upset with fate, be upset with whatever you believe in, but don't be like, oh my God, how are we not winning games? Or like, oh, we're trash and stuff. It's like, dude, you got decimated by something you can't control. You can't control it. So why get upset about something you can't control? Like in 2020, we had all these injuries. I didn't care. I was like, okay, we have injuries and we're fucked. We're screwed. We were screwed. I knew that. When Brock Purdy got hurt, we were screwed in the NFC Championship game. I knew that. We're over. It's outside of our control, and we're done. So I'm not concerned. If Brock and your backup QB got hurt, like versus the Eagles, then you wouldn't have CMC to play quarterback. I wouldn't ever want CMC to play quarterback. And by the way, we do have three we have three quarterbacks on the roster, so hopefully we can avoid that. So, but I do think, Samuel, you are a hater, but it's fine. You're kind of like, you're not like a full-on hater, and it's also, I'm not hating on you because I don't know. It's not my thing. I wish you the best, you know. I wish the Commanders the best. I wish you the best with your school stuff, you know. It's not my thing. Unless you're an asshole, then I'll straight up like, you know. Not you a hater for calling me a hater. I guess there's some hater. If you want to take it as some hate or constructive criticism, I don't know, man. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the news. Let's go to NFL news. See what we got. NFL latest league updates from Wednesday, September 18th. This was 18 minutes ago. Let's go ahead and read that and see what that's all about. We're going to check this out together. All right. NFL News Roundup. Latest league updates from Wednesday, September 18th. What happened from Wednesday, September 18th? The games, I guess. Injuries. Terrell Bernard. God, I'm dying over here, guys. Sorry. Was declared out on Monday's game versus the Jags. Head coach to reporters. Okay, but how long is that injury? What do you mean? That doesn't tell me anything. Quarterback Teron Johnson, forearm, has been ruled out for week 3. Like, that doesn't matter, dude. Well, that's not the Panthers. That's the Bills. That's kind of a big deal, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, they'll be fine. They're absolutely on fire. The Bills are on fire right now. I think they'll be fine. That's not. I know Teron Johnson was doing pretty hot from what I heard. I think I've seen an article about it. Like, he's not doing. That's right. I did research on the game against the Bills, and who did the Bills play on prime time? I can't remember what it was, but I did research on Teron Johnson. Apparently, he's supposed to be a stud. So I'm actually kind of. Then that may or may not be a loss. But then again, Josh Allen's on fire. On fire. You haven't talked about Bryce Young being benched as far as I know. Yeah, I haven't talked about that really. You're right. How do I feel about that? think I've vaguely thought about it. My opinion on that, with my I just vaguely thought about it at first, was he needs to be traded to another team. I think that once a player loses his confidence on a team, you can't gain it back. It's done. It's gone. The colors that he's in, he doesn't see himself as a quarterback. Okay, if he is actually good, he needs to go somewhere else. Especially with the Panthers not really setting him up for success, like what the Bears did, setting up Caleb Williams for success. I think the ownership for the Panthers is terrible. I think from what I've heard, he intervenes way too often. This may or may not be true, but if he wanted Bryce Young over CJ Stroud while the coaching staff wanted CJ Stroud, I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, there's a reason why Jerry Jones is a shitty GM. They need to stay away from – it's not their job to know these things. It's not their job to really their opinion isn't going to magically make a player good. You know what I mean? They need to trust their scouts. They need to trust their GM to make – that's why you hire them. You hire them because they do the work. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. It doesn't matter what your friends tell you in your billionaire club. Oh, you got to get Brad. So you got to get CJ Stroud. You know, your opinion isn't going to magically make a player better. So you need to pay attention to your GMs that you hire them. You need to pay attention to your scouts. The reason why you hire them, they're doing the job for a reason. So I think they failed there if that was true. If that is true. If it's true. Now, that being said, Bryce Young needs to be traded. It's clear as day that he's done. Okay? It's clear as day that the Panthers, again, need to start over. And before they find a future quarterback, they need to build a team around that quarterback that they get. They need to go all in on 1 year, a couple of years. So like this year's draft picks or whatever, next year's draft picks, free agency or whatever. They need to do what like Washington did, for example, with Adam Peters. They set Jaden Daniels up for success. Adam Peters did a great job. Brought a lot of free agents. They weren't exactly like grand free agents, but they were things that they were good enough players that were starters that you could surround a rookie quarterback with. And that's where you start. The 49ers did the same thing. They scrapped their entire team. They bare bones it. I shit you not. They started over from scratch. They brought in a shit ton of free agencies, and then they filtered it out from there. The Panthers are not doing that. And they need to, before they find their future quarterback, and that's exactly what the 49ers did, they brought in Brian Hoyer. Okay, they didn't bring in some future quarterback or anything like that. They didn't bring in Kirk Cousins or anything. They want to build a team first and then bring in a guy. Build the team, and then the quarterback can build his confidence and trust what he's doing there. And Bryce Young needs to be traded. He needs to be traded. He needs a new start. I think give Dalton a few weeks, let Bryce sit and watch. Then at like week 7, give him another chance. He still sucks. Trade him at that deadline. I don't mind that idea. I don't mind that. I mean, you might as well, if A, Dalton is sucking and it's like there's no difference, you might as well give Bryce Young, might as well put who would be the future, I guess, at this point back in. But kind of like with Zach Wilson almost, they put him in there and they took him out. They put him in, they took him out. They put him in, took him out. And they got a lot of criticism for that. It's like, dude, enough with the Zach Wilson experiment. So that's pretty much the same thing they would be doing. Do you think they take Carson Beck or Shedeur Sanders? I'd take Carson Beck. I'm going to reserve my true feelings about Shedeur Sanders because I know a lot of people like Deion Sanders and stuff, but I am not a fan of their approach. And I'll just say that. However, do I think Shedeur Sanders is going to be bad? No. I see talent in Shedeur Sanders. He does have talent. I just don't think he's as good as advertised. Carson Beck, I'd rather take. Everything, go ahead to get an A. Everything, go ahead to get an A. I don't know what that means. Has not received an official statement from your personal. Is what? Addie P, are you okay, brother? What? Who the? That's got to be a bot, right? What the hell? I'm not a Panthers fan, but I like Xavier Get, Jonathan Brooks, and Ja'Tavion Sanders out of college. Isn't Sanders? No, that's who's Jatavion Sanders? That sounds familiar to me. Jonathan Brooks. No, he's a good running back. I liked him too. Are they even playing him? Xavier Legette. What's his name? Xavier Legette was a favorite of Larry Kruger's. I liked him too. I like Xavier Legette, but he had like, I don't think he really fit the mold of Kyle Shanahan's team. I know that Debo's got tight hips. He's not exactly a route runner, but I think that with the whole Ayuk situation, like not knowing what's going to happen there, they probably needed more of a route runner just in case. And not to mention Kyle Shanahan, he prefers people who are able to get open and are route runners. And if you've noticed that, I've noticed that because him passing on DK Metcalf in the draft that one year, I was shocked. I was like, we got DK. And then he had to go to freaking Seattle. I remember that happened, dude. I was like, what? Blew my mind, man. I think we got Dante Pettis too out of that, and that was a terrible pick. That was a terrible pick. But I like DK out of the draft. He turns out to be really good, but then again, he's really emotional. But he could be a better player. He could be a different player on a different team and not be that emotional. I don't know. But out of the draft, I like DK. And I was shocked we didn't get him when we could have. They're probably just average Chiefs fan. They have a Chiefs logo in their profile picture. Oh, okay. But it sounds like this person is drunk. You know what I mean? Like everything. Go ahead to get a Eminem for not received an official statement for your personal. Yes. No idea. Were they in the same draft? I would still rather have DK. I would much rather have DK. I like Terry McLaurin. I do. He's a great receiver. But I wouldn't even think about it. Wouldn't even think about it. Kyle Shanahan, though, might agree with you. Kyle Shanahan would be like, okay, that's a route runner. He's got speed. He can catch the ball. He can do things. That is a player that Kyle Shanahan would probably take over DK. But as someone, I think DK's dope. I think DK's a really good receiver. I try not to let division rival, someone who beats us in a Super Bowl or whatever, try to deter me of what I truly feel about a player. I try not to let that happen because then it's just not authentic and I'm just being a hater. And DK's our rival, but I still think he's a great receiver and I like him, even though he's a drama queen at times. Terry, AJ, DK, and Debo. I don't even mean like in the same class or I think AJ's better than Debo. Debo's thing is so weird. It's almost like he has his own unique class because Debo cannot run a route. He cannot run routes. Okay, I understand that he caught balls in the Vikings in the first week that were pretty good, but you notice that he didn't exactly have the greatest separation in the world. Yeah, I think same class. I'd have to think about that. I would have to do some research on that one. Debo is a different. I really can't describe this. It's almost like I don't want to put him in a wide receiver class. I cannot explain that. So you're just gonna take my word for it. That I just think Debo's he's like a gadget. He's like an elite gadget player, but with like some respect on his name. Not necessarily a outside slot wide receiver dude, if that makes sense. So. Oh my God, N'Keal Harry, dude, had that one catch. He had that one catch on the sideline and sold. It immediately got him in the first round just because he did some Odell Beckham shit that one time, dude. That one time, man. Everyone's like, oh shit, everyone's got the new new DK or the new not DK, because DK I think was in the same draft. I could be wrong, but I think so. Actually, what draft was DK? God, I'm getting shit mixed up. Okay, so DK Metcalf draft. (2019), so I don't think so. Debo draft. That was a year before, I think. No, he was okay. So we picked Debo over DK in that draft. I got Pettis and Debo mixed up. We drafted Pettis the year before. Pettis was shit. All of them were 2019 draft class. That is an amazing draft class. That is an elite draft class. I think Cooper Kupp was in the 2017 draft. I'm going with the 2019 wide receiver class. NFL wide receiver class. Let's take a look. Ugh. Sports Illustrated. I hate Sports Illustrated. Okay, so we got DK Metcalf. He was picked 17th. He's the number one, according to this guy. Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. Is he a bust? Well, I guess he's a bust for a first-round draft pick, I believe, but he's not the worst wide receiver. So, like, whatever you mean, it depends on what you personally think a bust is. Because I wouldn't say he's for sure a bust, because we all know a for sure a bust is someone who sucks. But what do we say about a player who's okay? Because he's not actually bad. You know? He's just tiny. He's not going to block for you. Marquise hasn't had a chance, really. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Arizona, he slings it. I don't know. Kyler Murray slings it. I would say in Baltimore, he really didn't have much of a chance for sure. Neil Harry was definitely the bust of that draft. Hakeem Butler. That dude was 6'5". Holy butt cheeks. Who did he go to? Oh, it doesn't say. It does not say. Paris Campbell. He's good. He's a good wide receiver. Deebo Samuel. Wait till next year when he has Mahomes to make a choice. I know it's actually kind of sad that he had Debo, not Debo, but he had Marquise Brown. Mahomes did, but then didn't get to use him. Everyone was like, "Oh shit, he's got a new weapon, man." That didn't happen, bro. Me and Debo the same height. Trust. Okay. So we got Deebo Samuel, Paris Campbell. That's good wide receiver. So 1, 2, 3, 4 so far wide receivers in this draft. Riley Ridley, nah. Nicole Hardman, I guess he's made some clutch plays in the Super Bowl that I definitely know. But is he actually a good wide receiver, though? I don't think he's lived up to the hype. Nicole Hardman. He's almost like, he's like a little bit below Marquise Brown, in my opinion. I think Marquise Brown would be better than Nicole Hardman, and I think Marquise Brown is okay. I think he's okay. Me and DK the same height. Yeah, right. You are what, 16, and you think that you're 6'3", dude? Come on. Kevin Harden, Andy Isabella. That was supposed to be a draft steal. I remember when the 49ers faced the Cardinals, and Andy Isabella decided to go to like the far right crosser or whatever. It was like a short route almost. Our defense couldn't tackle him. It was like a really long touchdown. I remember that. But outside of that, he hasn't done shit. JJ Arcega-Whiteside, that I remember there was a lot of hype around him. He did do some good things, but not officially a good wide receiver. Emmanuel Hall, no. Miles Boykin, heard a couple times. Darius Slayton, heard his name a couple times. The Giants. Why is Terry McLaurin way down here? Holy shit. Terry McLaurin probably is definitely the steal wide receiver of this draft. I know that DK was taken in the second round. That's a steal too, but you got a first-round wide receiver in what, the fourth round? That's quite a steal. You got a first-round wide receiver in the fourth round, while someone else got a first wide receiver in the second round. I would say the the steal, more so the steal would go to the Commanders here. But if you wanted to say DK was more of a steal, I wouldn't argue with you, really. Who else? Jalen Hurd, bust, dude. I remember the 49ers tried their – oh, my God. Jalen Hurd's a bust. He was supposed to be a stud. He looked like a stud, but he was injury-prone. Absolutely injury-prone. Deontay Johnson, that's kind of a steal right there. I know it's the Steelers, but Deontay Johnson, that's a steal. I would still take Terry McLaurin as a steal, more of a steal, though. Yeah, this draft was pretty good. You got Deontay Johnson, Terry McLaurin's 1, 2. Do we want to count Darius Slayton? I'm pretty sure he got a second contract. I just went to the doctors because I had some virus. I'm sorry, man. We drafted McLaurin in the 3rd to help Dwayne Haskins, who both went to Iowa State. Yeah, rest in peace, brother. Rest in peace, Dwayne Haskins. Well, it says that he's the 112th overall rank. What do you mean by overall rank? Huh? What do they mean by overall? Draft. Terry McLaurin draft. Yep, you're right. Number 76. What the fuck do they mean by? Oh, overall rank, as in that's what they were ranked based on whatever they're going with. And so you're telling me that Terry McLaurin was a reach? Is that what you're telling me right now? That Terry McLaurin was a reach? Okay, well, I'd say that's more of a steal. Yeah, I definitely got to say Terry McLaurin was a steal. You're saying he was a reach. You got a first-round draft pick. No one saw it coming. Sorry, who would be a first-round draft pick? Terry McLaurin. That's a steal. Absolute steal. That is an absolute steal of that draft. So, but yeah, going back to Debo, I can't classify him as a wide receiver because he does great things. That's more of a running back than a wide receiver. You know what I mean? Like he does yak stuff, which is a running back thing. He doesn't route run, which is a wide receiver thing. He blocks, which is way more of a running back thing. I don't know. I just he's such a weird player. What else are we gonna look at here? Let me go and look at the news. NFL. We talked about Bryce Young. I think he should trade. Honestly, the Dolphins should consider trading for him. I know that Tua wants to come back and come back from IR and not retire. Right now, he's getting professional help. He's trying to figure out ways to protect his head more. But I don't think he should. I guess we can talk about Tua for a second. Now we lead into that. Tua should retire 110%. And I'm telling you right now, the moment that dude steps on the field, there will be backlash. There'll be people that will be okay with it. Like, hey, it's his decision. Yeah. But I'm telling you right now, based on what I've seen from all over social media, there's no way that he gets on that field and there is no backlash. I would be absolutely shocked. So if the NFL is prepared to take on that backlash, then I could see Tua come back. If they're not prepared, I could see the NFL, coming in and saying no. But if it's going to be interesting, if he hits the field. I'm glad he's going on IR. I'm glad he's taking some time. I'm glad he's taking some rest. I'm glad that he's getting professional help right now. And that's what's best for him as a player. Because I know he's doing it so that he can get back on the field, but to get back on the field, you got to be healthy. So it's good to know that he's doing what he can to be healthy again. And that's what's more important. So in the meantime, honestly, if I'm the Dolphins, it's supposed to be they're supposed to be like a Super Bowl. I don't want to say Super Bowl contender because I guess they're supposed to be. I guess some would say they're supposed to be. Then you need to just trade whatever you can to get Bryce Young. There's no way he's going to cost a first or second round pick. There's no way. There's no way he's worth that. He's got to be worth like a third or fourth round pick right now. And I would pay it. If I was the Dolphins, man, I want to win. I need to win. I understand he might be gone 4 games, but could you imagine if Tua comes back and the backlash happens and stuff, but they got Bryce Young in the background who could actually be a good quarterback on a different team. And just in case, Tua gets another injury, another concussion, he's done. You got Bryce Young. I think it would be smart of the Dolphins to trade for him, and I don't think Tua would take offense to it. If he does, I'd be shocked because, dude, people are calling for you to retire. Okay, we have to, the Dolphins need to have some sort of backup policy. They need it. Absolutely need it. I missed some comments here. We drafted McLaurin the third. Dwayne asks. Also, don't forget about Travis Fulgham in the 2019 draft. I wouldn't count that. Did you get all Jaguars? I did. We did. We got it, man. I accidentally hit the hold button. I was holding the phone. I got too excited, and I was like, yes! And I clinched up, and I pressed the hold button, which caused the screen to go black, and it ended the filter. And I was like, there is no way in any freaking world am I not going to count this. Especially with that very, very clutch Lawrence and Etienne. Clutch play by Lawrence and Etienne at that very end. There was 10 seconds left. I was like, we got to get both of them. I don't see that happening. It's just not going to happen. Boom, we got it. I'm telling you guys right now, it is a genuine excitement when we get it. I want to say we because we're in together. You guys help push these videos. But I'm telling you, it is exhausting doing these videos because you're like, come on, man, you get so close and you're bringing in the energy and you're trying to do what you can. It's a marathon. Hey, I'll be right back, guys. I got to, if I pause the video at that time, you can get a screenshot of all of them, except for a little because I accidentally tapped it. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, I tried slowing it down because I actually tapped Lawrence again when we got it because I'm just trying to hurry up. So I actually tapped Lawrence. So I tried slowing it down so that you guys saw that I actually got both of them, and then it was all finished. But yeah, that was way sooner than the 49ers, way sooner than the Texans. I did not see that coming. I thought this truly the vibe of the Jaguars, it felt like it was going to last. Even how close I was getting, it felt like it was going to last forever. It had a different vibe than the Texans. It had a different vibe than the 49ers. It was a nice surprise. I'm right back. I'll let my dog in. All right, I'm back. Boom. Oh, excuse me. Drink some water. I'm thinking about doing a vote, actually, for because a lot of people asked for Bears, I think, Jets. You did Commanders, and then there's a few, so I might end up just doing a vote because there's a lot of people that want me to do all of them, and I do plan on doing all of them, but I'll let the people speak and let them vote on that. Actually, I'll go ahead and type that up right now. Actually, I'll type up that poll right now. Let me type up that poll right now. Next NFL games. All NFL team. What should be the next NFL games, all NFL team? The next NFL games, all NFL team. What team? I'm totally not typing right. Let me go ahead and restart this. You guys vote. What team should I do next for the all NFL team game? And I gotta go. I might see you later. All right, Sam. It was good to see you, brother. Take care, man. Nice talking to you, man. Be sure to vote. I'm gonna put Commanders in the vote, and let's see if what we do next. Yeah, man. Take care. I'll take. Hey. If it passes, it passes. We'll do it. We'll do it. I'm not gonna fight it. I'm not gonna make it that deep. If you do 10 people and you vote like that, go right ahead. I'm not gonna hold you back. All right, let me go ahead and post that. Oh, not image poll. Whoops. Cancel that. Text poll. So, and be sure everyone who likes everyone who likes the video or likes the live, you want to support your boy, hit that like button. Or if you haven't subscribed already, I wouldn't mind it. I don't mind it, but please like the live. It helps me out a lot if you like the video. Or if you don't and you feel sorry for me, I'll take it. I ain't gonna complain. Well, someone asked me to do Jets. So, what's another team I should add to the vote that people ask? Bears. I think someone asked for Bears already. And then what's another team? I'm trying to think of another team that someone asked me to do. I get a lot of Patriots in that filter, so I'm going to type in Patriots. I get a lot of Patriots and Chargers. So, oh, God. Why can't I post? Oh, it disappeared. Sorry, guys. All right, boom. I'll post that. All right. The poll is up. If you guys know the NFL game that I'm talking about, where a lot of people love it, it's really huge on my channel. It's where I try to play a filter and I try to get all one specific team in under 60 seconds, such as there's 6 slots, and in each slot there's like the quarterback, running back, etc. There's 6 of those, and in under 60 seconds it spins it, and I have to try to get all of them in under 60 seconds. It's kind of fun. It's kind of exhilarating. I'm glad that people like it. I love doing it. I think it's fun. If you guys want me to do your team, or if you like the team that I currently have the poll, please go ahead and vote. If you don't see your team there, just let me know in the comment section. And then next time, once I finish one of these, I will add that to the vote. So that way you guys are heard. So that's the games I'm going to play. Let's go ahead and look up more news. Woo! All right. Alvin Kamara, Bills running back, James Cook, highlight player of the week. Oh, hey. Check this out. Saints running back, Alvin Kamara, Bills running back, James Cook, highlight players of the week. That's cool. I don't know about James Cook. I guess he did dominate against the Dolphins. He played really well. Alvin Kamara, 110% deserves that award. 110%. James Cook, though? Thursday night triumph over the Miami Dolphins, having 2 scoring touchdowns in each of the previous 2 seasons. The running back matched those marks with 2 fins. He also posted 95 scrimmage yards with 78 coming on the ground. He had 3 touchdowns. I guess the 3 touchdowns is what saved him here. Yeah. So 3 touchdowns that saved him. I guess 3 touchdowns is a lot. I'm just not impressed with the yards. Alvin Kamara, on the other hand, Jesus. So if AFC Defensive Player of the Year goes to Max Crosby, 110% agree with that. That dude's a stud. He was constantly in Lamar Jackson's face. He is the TJ Watt of the Raiders. He's a stud. He's a stud. Total steal in the 4th round. He was a 4th round draft pick. We'll go ahead and double check that. But Max Crosby, 4th round draft pick. Yes, he was a 106th pick in the 4th round. So he was probably one of the first picks in the 4th round on day 3. What a steal. People do not shake. It's not like Madden. Okay, in Madden, 4th round draft picks don't exactly mean anything. In the NFL, they can get you starters left and right. Case in point, Max Crosby, CJ Garden-Johnson. I guess Fred Warner was a 3rd round draft pick. George Kittle, etc. Like the picks that you could say are like 6th and 7th, but 4th and 5th are still valuable, in my opinion. I think you could still get starters in 4th and 5th. It's very unlikely with 6th and 7th, and that's I just think that's where I draw the line. 6th and 7th is where it's a bad pick, and 4th and 5th are very valuable, in my opinion. You can find starters there. Like, for example, we got a 4th round draft pick for Trey Lance. We got Malik Mustafa, who's looking like a total stud. It might be a starter for a team. 4th round draft pick. Jacob Cowling, 134th pick in the 4th round. Looks absolutely in fire. Looks amazing. So, 4th round draft picks are actually pretty good. Pretty good. Jesse Bates with that clutch catch against the Eagles. Watch as I fill this cup up with water. Boom. Just like that. Magic. Magic. All right, so let's figure out why he got this award. Okay, so 2022, he got 22 to 2021 Monday night victory over the Philadelphia Eagles secured. Bates' interception sealed the come from behind triumph and also capped a stellar evening for the safety. He racked up 12 tackles, a pair of pass breakups, and a tackle for a loss. Okay, I take that back. That is legit talent. That deserves Defensive Player of the Week. I give you that. That's pretty good. It's kind of shocking. I guess Fred Warner played really good, though. But that right there, and he did win. Jesse Bates did, and he got the game-winning interception. So, yeah, I guess. Give it to him. Kiami Fairbairn. Not bad. NFL special Austin Sauber. Hey, Samuel, you got a dude that made the list. Sauber rescued the Commanders from their kicking conundrum and then some on Sunday. Having signed with Washington just 5 days before his debut with the squad, Sauber converted a franchise record 7 field goals to lift the Commanders' 21-18 win over the rival New York Giants. Sauber accounted for all of his team's points, connecting on field goals from 27, 25, 26, 27, 33, and 30 yards, with the latter coming with no time left to win it. Well, I mean, those aren't very far kicks, yeah, but you still kind of have to be clutch, especially one that's going to win you the game. So, shout out to the kicker. That's clutch. 7 field goals? Jesus. It's pretty good. All right. Let's see what else is on the docket NFL news. I mean, I could see why every player that became every player deserved their award, I thought. It made sense to me. So, Chargers, Jim Harbaugh says Justin Herbert working through ankle injury, expects QB. Oh, shit. What the? Well, this is an old article. What's today? Today's the 18th. Why does it feel like Dude, it feels like it's the 19th, bro. I'm all saying this is an old article. It's September 18th. I thought this was an old article. Unk's getting old, guys. Unk's getting old, y'all. Unk's getting old. All right, so let me go and show you this tab, guys. Oh, my God. I'm not even showing you guys the tab. No one even said anything. That's sad. It hurts my feelings. Los Angeles Chargers quarterback Justin Herbert is dealing with an ankle injury suffered in Sunday's win over the Carolina Panthers. But head coach Jim Harbaugh believes the starter will suit up in week 3 against the Panthers Steelers. Harbaugh said Wednesday that Herbert is working through the ankle injury. I mean, it's against the Steelers, too, and their defense is outstanding. That's going to be tough for the Chargers. If he's got an actual ankle injury, he's have to work through. Anyway, Harbaugh said, crystal ball, I expect him to play. He's getting better every day. Last night, we had a meeting with Jim, and he's feeling much better and good today. Okay. So hopefully he's actually fine, and he's not just trying to push through something. Because if not, the Steelers, Jesus, just get lucky, man. All these circumstances. I guess we'll know on game day whether or not he's actually injured or if it's actually hindering him. We'll know on game day for sure. We'll know on game day. Rookie QB set record with 0 TD passes on 196 combined attempts. Holy butt cheeks. What? Rookie QBs set record with 0 TD passes on 196 attempts. That is crazy. In April, the NFL saw 6 quarterbacks drafted the 12 picks 2024 selection process. Through 2 weeks, the group, which included 3 week 1 starters, has yet to toss a touchdown pass. Really? I guess Caleb hasn't. Jaden Daniels hasn't. Drake May's not starting. Bo Nix hasn't thrown a touchdown? The Bollywood 24 class, yeah. What? They haven't thrown a touchdown pass yet? What? That's crazy, y'all. I got my cat inside. I'll be right back. Jesus. You haven't thrown a touchdown yet? Man, these such a weird season. Like, are we moving away from the passing game? You know what I mean? Are we just moving away from the passing game? Not a single one of those, not a single 196 passes so far this season without a touchdown. That's like how many games with any kind of quarterback? Like what? If they're like 50 passes, if they're really like, only like 40, if they're really passing it. I'm going to say 35. Jeez, that's like going like halfway through your season without throwing an interception, without throwing a touchdown. Whoa, dude. Williams has been battered behind the Bears' offensive line, taking 9 sacks, tied for the NFL high with Raiders' Gardner Minshew, while throwing for 267. Jesus. Gardner Minshew is a stud right now. So is Derek Carr. If I told you that, dude, at the beginning of the year before it started, man, Derek Carr and Gardner Minshew are your best-looking quarterbacks right now. They look better than Patrick Mahomes. That is what's crazy, dude. Yes, Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback still. He's a proven commodity. He's got a record and stuff. But however, as their play, the play through these 2 weeks as of right now, yeah, it's Derek Carr and Gardner Minshew. Absolutely crazy. I never thought that would happen. Never thought that would happen. All right, let's see what's going on with the 49ers. See if there's any cool 49ers news happening. So I feel like some 49ers channel, people are like, who gives a crap what's happening anywhere else? Grant Cohn has released an article. Let's go ahead and read it. Okay. Look, it's the schedule. Fox, Prime Video, Fox, NBC. So we got prime time on against the Cowboys. Okay. I have no problem smacking the Cowboys again on prime time. Dak throws 3 interceptions. Brock throws 5 touchdowns. You know, it's going to be a good night, October 27th. And then we got the bye. We got Buccaneers, 10 a.m. That's so weird because last year, it was, who did we play after the bye? Never mind, I take that back. I think after the bye, we played the Jags last year. And then we played the Bucs. But right after the bye, we smacked this team. We smacked them good. What else? Fox. Another nighttime primetime game. We got how many primetime games? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang, dude. 6 with the Jets game. We had 6 primetime games. Is that not a lot, or am I tripping? Or am I just tripping? 49ers offense will look so much different with Christian McCaffrey and Deebo Samuel. Yeah. We'll see. Those two. Oh, you also got to keep in mind Ayuk is rusty, and Trent Williams didn't look too hot last game. So there's a lot going against Brock this year. There's a lot going against Brock. If he doesn't get hurt, if Brock wins games with what's happening to him this season, he deserves a lot of credit. Like, people need to give him credit for that. 110%. If he starts winning games, what he's got and what he's dealing with throughout this entire season, getting his ass beat behind the line while trying to win games, and he does that, give the guy some freaking respect. I'm just saying. Both of them are out of their with calf injuries. The 49ers will have plenty of talent remaining. George Kittle, yeah, I guess. Juwan Jennings can't separate. You have to be accurate, but he's really good, 50-50. Brandon Ayuk's rusty. Jordan Mason's not CMC. Kyle Juszczyk, yeah, sure, but he's a fullback. That's a slow, methodical group, but it needs some speed and explosion to make up for the loss of McCaffrey and Samuel. Larry Krueger said the same thing. And I have to agree with that. I think the 49ers need some speed, and the speed is Jacob Cowing. So I do expect Jacob Cowing to get some targets. Oh, but okay, so we're making up scenarios here. So he's the fastest receiver on the team. And in 2 preseason, oh no, he's talking about 2 preseason games. He got 7 for 8 targets for 90 yards and a touchdown. In addition, he ran the ball once just before 19 yards. So he's a gadget player who can do a lot of things Samuel does when he's healthy. That's true. That is true. Oh, and but except for he's not a bulldozer. So, but the thing with Deebo is he's, even if there's like barely any holes or whatever, he makes a hole. And I don't think Jacob Cowing is that type of player, to be honest with you. Just don't. Really don't. Plus, he's in better shape right now than Brandon Ayuk, who missed the entire offseason because he was held out for a new contract. Yeah. Finally, teams don't know Cowing and how the 49ers might use him so he can be their next secret weapon. True. The 49ers almost never play rookies unless they absolutely have to, which means Cowing could remain on the bench, but he shouldn't. They need him now. I don't expect that to happen whatsoever. Do I think? So it's going to be Ayuk, Juwan Jennings. Let's look at the roster. Let's look at the roster real quick. I have it right here. Hold on. I have it right here. Okay, this is the roster right here. Deebo is hurt, so I'm going to go ahead and move him over. Go boop. So that means you move Juwan Jennings up. You got Chris Connolly. I'm taking Jacob Cowing over Ronnie Bell, especially because of that speed that's been referred. Ronnie Bell is our backup. Like I do think he deserves to be on the team, but he's like our last wide receiver we use because he still needs to develop, still needs to get better. And through this preseason and training camp, he didn't exactly show that. So I'm putting Ronnie Bell there. Who else was hurt? Trent Williams looks not looking very good. I don't think anybody else got hurt. Who else I'm missing here? Gross Matos is back, so I'll put a green there. What else? I like Gross Matos. I actually thought he did pretty good in that game. He had a very clutch tackle for a loss. You gotta give him credit for that. Malik Collins, oh my God, what a steal of a trade for a 7th round draft pick. Devondre Campbell, get that guy off the fucking field, dude. Put CJ Robinson or D Winters. Is D Winters still hurt? No, that's right. He's still better. He's better now. Campbell, dude, I don't like him. I know we picked him up to start and for him to be like take the place of Dre Greenlaw, but I don't think he's playing very good right now. Seaward, Green, and Yadam, and Rock is Sin. I think Rock. No, I'll just leave it like that. But Rock is Sin's getting the start over Green right now. Odom, oh my God, Odom is such an issue, dude. Like, I know I keep bringing this up, and I do think it was more of a scheme issue than it was actually George Odom's fault. The scheme had George Odom cover Justin Jefferson. So whatever that play is, where you're having safeties guard the best wide receiver in the league, get rid of it. He needs to go. Jake Moody is here to stay. Is he officially green? I'm going to make him green. Not only am I going to make him green, I'm going to make him blue. He's going to be blue. Sacre bleu. That's what it's going to be. All right. We're at 55 minutes. 4 more minutes. I'm out of here. Bit of a slow show. I might not do this again. This wasn't a very successful one. But I definitely had a great conversation with Samuel. He had a lot of questions. We had some conversation there. So I hope you guys like that conversation. People who watch that later, let me know in the comments what you guys think of everything we said. I do read the comments, and I try to get back as soon as possible. And sometimes YouTube does not show me every single comment. So if I miss it, I do apologize. Again, I usually am very vigilant about comments. So I actually think I'm going to get out of here now. I think we covered everything. We looked up all the news that's happened. Let me see if there's anything else happening with the 49ers. 49ers named potential suitor for Giants wideout after Deebo Samuel's injury. What's that? 49ers named potential suitor for Giants wideout. Who do they have that we need? Christopher Knox. It's one of the potential suitors to trade for Darius Slayton. I don't know if I would care for that. Do you guys care for Darius Slayton from the Giants? You think the 49ers should trade for him? How fast does he run? What's his speed? What's his speed? Is he fast? If there's a player the 49ers need to trade for, it's speed right now. We don't need power. We need speed. Slayton draft combo. He was 4.39. He's got a lot of speed. You know, Slayton's 27. What are they asking for him? Because I'll throw him like a 7th round pick next year. I'm not going to give him like anything valuable, like a 4th or a 5th for Darius Slayton. But like if he wants to help us out or anything, I'm definitely going to throw in some like a 7th round pick. Maybe next year I'll take him. I'll take him for that. We need speed. We got to get it, and he's a vet. So I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it if we traded for him. I can see why, especially with the injury woes we're having. But that means we got to keep him on the team, really. Like once Deebo comes back. Because he's not on IR and gone, right? Like he's not gone. And can we afford to cut anybody else that's on the team right now for another player that we'll keep for the entire season? I don't think so. I truly don't think so. I don't think we're going to, now that I think about it, I don't think we're going to trade for a wide receiver. So it wouldn't make any sense. If Deebo Samuel is just gone for just a couple weeks, trading for a guy you have to keep on the team at that point, Darius Slayton, just cutting him after you got Deebo back would be stupid, especially if you trade a 7th round pick. Now that I think about it, I'm not for it. If you trade for a wide receiver that's a nobody, right, and he's just really fast and you have no problem cutting, I can't even see that happening, you know? So I'll probably just wait for a team to cut him, and then I'll just pick him up for a few games, and if it doesn't work out, then I'll cut him. But I don't think the 49ers need to trade for a wide receiver if Deebo Samuel's just going to be back in a couple of weeks. There's no point. Anything else new? 49ers Insider speculates hypothetical trade with Dolphins. What's this? What's this? It's this. Sam's been dealing with some injury setbacks. Running back Christian McCaffrey recently setbacks. Samuel. I made this point on Twitter last week when it was blah blah blah. Oh, so trade him. So trade Burrow's proposed trade scenarios for Joshua Dobbs for Raheem Mostert or Brandon Allen for Jeff Wilson Jr. Why are we trading for running backs? I mean, you got Garendo, you got Matt Breida on the wing, who I understand that. And I don't think they would trade Raheem Mostert for Joshua Dobbs. I don't think they would trade Jeff Wilson Jr. I don't think they would because they have the three-headed monsters, Jeff Wilson Jr., Raheem Mostert, and Achane. Unless they got a different player on there that I'm not aware of. Let me check. What's his name? Dolphins roster. Can't think. Cannot think right now. Later, cornerback Storm Duck. And there's some player named Storm Duck. I'm not even kidding. Look, you guys can. Do I have it up? Yeah. Okay. Storm Duck. What the hell? Be sure to like the live, guys. It helps me out a lot. I really appreciate it. That's crazy. I kind of wish he was good because that would be funny. Who do they got for running back? I think they just got the 3, and I don't think they would trade 3. They got Jalen Wright, Jeff Wilson Jr., any other running back? Who's Jalen Wright? He's a rookie, 5'10", 210. Not career, but split situational summary. He was a 4th-round draft pick. How fast was he? He's got speed. They might, now that I think about it, they might trade him. If he's got speed. How fast? 4.38. Yeah. Ooh. I take back everything I just said about not trading Raheem Mostert or Jeff Wilson Jr. They got 4 running backs. All of them are very fast. I could see them possibly trading Jeff Wilson Jr. I wouldn't trade Raheem Mostert, but I'd probably trade if I was the Dolphins, I'd probably trade Jeff Wilson Jr. over Raheem Mostert for a quarterback either from Joshua Dobbs or Brandon Allen. I can tell you right now, the 49ers not trading Brandon Allen to the Dolphins. If he's the second quarterback, if Kyle Shanahan has him as the second quarterback, he's not going anywhere. So I can see the 49ers straight up trading Joshua Dobbs maybe for a running back, but I also wouldn't do that because Jordan Mason's a stud. If Jordan Mason goes down, then I would search for a new running back because you got Patrick Taylor, you got Garendo, and then you got Matt Breida on the practice squad. So the 49ers don't really need to trade for a running back, but if they felt like none of those were good enough, I would wait for Jordan Mason to get hurt and be out before I start looking for another running back. That's what I would do. So, and again, if Jordan Mason gets hurt in that game and you're like, oh, well, we need a running back once he gets hurt, I'm pretty sure Patrick Taylor and Garendo would be just fine for the rest of the game wherever he gets hurt. After that, you could bring up Matt Breida or anybody else. So, all right, I think that's all the news, y'all. The 49ers, Matt Burrows has the 49ers trading for some running backs. Grant Cohn has I think it was Grant Cohn that says that we should trade for Darius Slayton. Somebody said that. And I disagree 110%. It wouldn't make any sense. It only makes sense if, Pearsall goes to season-ending IR, or if a wide receiver goes to season-ending IR, then I could see us picking up a wide receiver. But until then, I would be shocked if we picked up a wide receiver. All right. Or traded for one, I should say. Trade for a wide receiver. Let me clarify. I'd be shocked for that reason. So. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining the live. Everyone who said hi, Samuel, big shout out. Aubrey, Tackett, glad you like the Jaguars, the All NFL Team Series, brother. To everyone else who watched this video, if you like the content, please sub. If you like the live, please like the video. It helps out significantly. It truly does. And I'm extremely thankful for everybody who supports this channel. This is my dream. I love to do it as a living. I know that's crazy, but if I can build this, I don't want to say empire, but if I can build this channel enough, that can be a reality, and I can't do it without you guys. And you guys have supported me through 2,747 subscribers already, and I think in counting. You guys are awesome. You took some guy from some, I'm not exactly rich or anything, and you trust me to give you information, entertain you and all that. And I tell you what, I am extremely grateful for that. All love, fam, and I will see you next video.